is there a minimum net worth that you need to have to consider a guy for marriage material? Does money matter?
Is that question directed towards me?
For anyone.
Yeah.
Let's ask anyone, but let's start with Catherine.
Oh, Lord. You know, do I want to continue to live in Southern California? Yes. Both of us together are going to need to be able to hit like that price point, because even if I am a stay-at-home mom, I still want something to like help like contribute to the finances, whether that's like an online company, do something with like fitness and nutrition. I don't know. I still want to contribute to that. You know, but if we live in the middle of nowhere in like Alabama, I don't think I'm going to be as concerned about finances. That sounded really bitchy to say. I'm so sorry, everyone that just heard that. Okay, but it depends on like where your geography is, you know? So, God.
All right. Moff, take it away, buddy. You know, what do you got for us? There's a bunch of notes you have.
Yeah, well, I wanted to pose something. So, I mean, this is kind of something off the beaten path, but all the ladies here pretty much want the same kind of guy from basically what we've heard tonight. You want a guy that can make money, a guy that can make it rain, that can provide, that can take care, that can raise good children, that, you know, is alpha and dominant on the outside, but that is soft and caring and nurturing with you or with the kids. And again, you're describing this character and this character of the perfect man. And so we can use a little bit of experience and experiment. And this is, again, one of the things that Luna disagreed on. And I'm happy to have her talk about this, because she has a rebuttal to the idea that 80% of women are chasing after 20% of men. And so it's like, you know, I mean, again, even if we were just using this panel as an example, you've got 3 men and you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 women. You know, if all 6 of you women are chasing these 3 men, what are you doing to differentiate yourself, or why would one of us pick you versus the other? Because there's really one of 2 choices you have. You have to increase your value so high, and you have to make yourself so good to convince me or Rich or Spencer to be with you monogamously, or you have to be comfortable sharing us with another woman, another member of the panel. So I'm curious, you know, if all women are going after the same type of men, and we know that there is a ton of men that you find invisible because you don't want a fat guy, you don't want a broke guy, you don't want a guy that's whatever negative attachment theory disorder he may have, etc. So what's your answer to that? I mean, I hate the question bringing to the table, but I mean, how do you differentiate yourself? Like, what values are you bringing that's going to make a guy want to choose you? Anybody can start.
I'll start. It was easy for me to differentiate myself because I know that I'm somebody who's not promiscuous, doesn't do casual sex, casual dating, and is dating for marriage. So one of the things that my gentleman says that stood out to him was my heart, my family values, my feminine energy, as he says. So honestly, if you're going just based on a man who wants a low head count, here in Southern California, like that's very hard to find. So
what's
I think
the low head count? Like, what's the low notch count?
Body count.
No, I know, but what's the low count in your opinion?
I would say like under 5 by 30. If I was a guy, I think that's low. That's not even like 1 a year.
Okay.
Is that the same for men and women? You use that same number?
No, this is just for women.
Does a man's notch count matter?
Definitely.
For me, it does. Absolutely. Like if you are a playboy, oh no, I would not feel safe, because then I would be like, this man constantly has like a wandering eye, you know, and then like I don't want to be like home trying to like sleep at night and, you know, freaking out, because that just wouldn't work for me. So yeah, there's a specific number where if like I feel like you have to have it. No, that's
so at what
off.
stage do you feel like it's too much?
Do we have to quantify it? Because I don't really like that.
I mean, numbers are pretty useful.
Numbers
Give us a number.
Useful.
It doesn't have to
Here's
be
the other
super
thing.
accurate.
Okay, but here's the other thing. People, it's like they can lie, you know? So like I'm not even gonna ask that question, but if you give me off the vibes that like you hook up with like a lot of like girls and you have short-term relationships, or like you love situationships, if you give me that vibe, like we will not be successful. So I'm
Okay.
not going to even bother asking that question because there's no way for me to like factually be able to.
Okay,
like,
so it's more
prove
about a
that.
vibe than an actual number. So if a guy
Yeah.
has a notch count of 100, but he comes off as committed, interested, attentive, responds to your text, takes you out on nice dates, is influential, handsome, drives a nice car, has a cool house, and you don't pick up on the 100 number, it's fine.
Oh, I would be like chatting up friends. Like I would get down to the bottom of that.
Oh, so you would go looking for trouble, basically
I
going,
wouldn't.
oh, what's
I would-
wrong with this
no, I
guy? Let's
wouldn't.
try to
That's-
find what's up
No,
with
no,
him.
no. Well, okay, and here's the other thing. So I say if they did that something like in their younger years, but like the last like 5 years or whatever, like they've really been like trying to separate themselves with like their college days,
Mhm.
then like that's like fine like with me. But if they were literally doing that like yesterday, no.
So if they're like Jacqueline's clients and they're like born again virgins, essentially is what I'm hearing.
Oh, I mean, I have no comment.
Interesting. All right. All right, guys. I really hope that you enjoyed that clip. If you want to check out the full-length podcast episode, you can find that right over here. Also, make sure you visit my website over here where you'll find my supplements, the opportunity to book me privately one-on-one for coaching, and most importantly, my new School of Unplugging, which you'll find on the courses tab. Newer to the channel, hit subscribe.